How many of us have ever had the chance to save a life? If presented with such a situation, could we rise to the occasion? One area coach believes he is alive today because a fellow coach did just that. And he's actually done it more than just once. In his 44 years as track coach at Manchester High School, Gene Bowen has gone through his duties more times than he can count.
I was setting up for practice like I've done about 5,000 times.
But back in January, he encountered a situation for which he could have never prepared. Bowen drove his truck to a gate surrounding the long jump pit. And try as he might, he can't quite explain what happened next.
I took my foot off the brake, I opened up the door, I walked around, I went to the gate, out the corner of my eye, that's what I saw, and it was right here.
Bowen's truck was not fully in park and had rolled forward, pinning him against the gate.
I don't know how it did it, because it did not roll when I was getting out of the car. And I mean, that thing was on me, big time. I mean, I could not freaking move. I could hardly breathe.
Just a few feet away, Justin Akers had left his classroom at Bailey Bridge Middle School next door.
I'll come down here and I'll find something football related to do.
Akers is an assistant coach for the Lancers football team and was headed to their locker room.
Right about here is I could see him, and I could see his truck, and I could just see like the top, his chest, and his head.
I mean, it was in drive, and so it was just like, it was constant pressure. And of course I tried to push back, and that was totally, I mean, I was freaking stuck.
So then in my dress shoes, I take off running.
And my guardian angel was there. Out of the blue, because it's just like now, it's nobody down here.
Akers got to the truck and backed it away from Bowen, likely saving his life.
But I would have ran out of oxygen. I think I could have died easily. I feel that it was more than just random luck. I think there was some divine intervention. I mean, it's just like the Almighty said, no, not yet.
Now that's a pretty good story, right? Someone in trouble, a hero that comes to his aid, and two fellow coaches that get to laugh about it later. But as it turns out, that's not the only example of Justin's heroics.
It's been a busy couple months.
Back in November, on his way to Manchester's regional playoff game against Highland Springs, Akers witnessed an accident on Hull Street Road.
And I see this car just starting to, just come across like these lanes of traffic, and not like they're turning, like they've lost control.
A car crossed the median and slammed into the vehicle in front of him, sending it down an embankment and landing on its roof. Two people were trapped inside.
My response is, okay, well, what do we need to do? And he goes, well, can you move the car?
Akers played football for Baylor University and at one time could bench 375 pounds. This vehicle weighed more than 14 times that much.
It sounds crazy whenever I say it out loud, but I then proceeded to rock the car to get leverage and push the SUV up back on its tires, and then proceeded to pull those two people out of that car.
The occupants of the SUV were able to get out without any serious injuries. Akers has been called Superman by some of his students and is wary of any hero labels, but it does give him a lesson to pass on to his students and players.
Be in service of others. Like, if there is a situation that's going on where you can help, that's what you're supposed to do.
I can safely say he literally saved my life.
Coach Bowers actually drove himself to the emergency room after his incident. He had no broken bones or serious injuries, just a few bad bruises. Akers is getting ready for his new job as offensive coordinator for the Lancers this fall and still downplays whenever anyone tries to call him a hero. If you would like to nominate someone for us to profile, email us at beyondtheroster@wtvr.com.